great information. The more you guys try to troll, the more my audience members will now migrate over onto Christian Prince's channel. All right. And all the Muslims will be going on to Christian Prince's channel, and they're going to be getting that good information and knowledge. So no matter what you do, okay, it's always a win-win situation for us. So let's get it in. Do you know what? Yeah. There are a few more questions that, let's see. Salman Mohammed, are you a troll or are you a Muslim that would like to ask a question? We're waiting for you. Salman Mohammed. Okay, I take it that you are a troll. Yeah, so again, Christian Prince, I apologize. This is what
no, it's okay. It's okay. I'm used to them. I'm not new in this, my friend. I am doing this long before even you even speak about Islam once. They cannot answer us, they cannot debate us, and they are very funny. And the what is making more funny, maybe the one is scoring you right now is the genie of Muhammad who converted to Islam. Maybe it's not a Muslim, because remember, the genie, the shaitan who became a Muslim is a good Muslim, and maybe we can receive a phone call from him so he can debate me. Maybe we can have finally a debate between a Muslim shaitan and Christian Prince. That would be amazing.
Do you know what? Yeah, I was wanting to know this. Can the devil have children? Can the shaitans have children? And are there walking, talking shaitans out there today? Well, please let us know.
Yes. Well, according to Muhammad and according to the Muslims, shaitan he have children, and shaitan he lay eggs. And this is one of the funny. You see, Islam is a kind of a collection of fairy tale stories, and Muslims they copy paste, and nobody asks himself where this is coming from. All what they know, the Prophet said, the Quran said, and as long it says that, so then we have to obey and we have to follow blindly. Now, what the problem is, as long we mention the story of the shaitan in the Quran, which is he is the enemy of every prophet, but Allah is the one who made him an enemy, then we will find Allah in the Quran saying, are you going to follow Iblis? Iblis supposedly is the father of the devil. Are you going to follow Iblis and his offspring and his offspring? So the Quran confirmed that shaitan he have offspring, but here we have a problem. According to Muslim theology, there's only one genie was kicked out of heaven, because shaitan is a genie. This some people do not know. They think some people they mix between Christianity and Islam. In Christianity, Satan was an angel. In Islam, he is not. He is a genie. And this is what confirmed in front of us in the verse I'm showing you on the screen, chapter 18, verse number 50. This verse saying clearly that shaitan, Allah he ordered all the angels to bow down to Adam, which is very fishy and very funny, because why God he order anyone to bow down to anyone except God? The Muslim they say to us that we don't commit shirk and we are the only one who we bow only to Allah, but the fact it is Allah the first one who asked people to bow to someone else beside him. So here we see that Allah said, behold, we said to the angels, bow down to Adam. They bowed except Iblis, and he was one of the jinn. Then and he broke the command of his Lord. So he broke the command of his Lord, but the fact this is not true, because Allah he said all angels bow down except the genie, but the genie is not an angel. So this is a very stupid statement in the Quran. Imagine I say all dogs get out, and then I get angry from the cat. I said dogs. Angels are not genie, and genie are not angels. They are two different kind. So Allah ordered the angels. Why he's upset from the genie? That because it's a stupid mistake in the Quran. And then he says, continue, are you going to take him and his offspring as a protectors rather than me? So the Quran confirmed in this chapter that shaitan have an offspring. And because Allah he kicked only one genie out of heaven, the Muslim now they have a struggle with this. How shaitan he have offspring if he have no partner, he have no wife? So they come with the method saying that according to what they learn from their scholars to scholar to prophet, that shaitan, he have a penis in the right leg of his thigh, and he have a vagina in the left side of his thigh, in the other side. And then when he want to have sex with himself, he shake this with that, and then this is how he have a children's. And actually every day he lay 10 eggs, and from every egg he lay down 70 shaitan and 70 female shaitana. Shaitana in Arabic mean female shaitan. So this is the madness of this religion, teaching us that there is a creature who is somehow transgender, I don't know what you call it, but he can have sex with himself, and he can make himself lay eggs, and he can have children's just by sleeping with himself. In the same time, those children's are male and female, which is funny, because if the father is male and female in the same time, why the children's, the babies, are male and female? So obviously it's a fairy tale stories, and Muslim, they love those fairy tale stories, and the Quran and the Hadith and the interpretation is full of it. And the more you read, the more you find how crazy this religion is. And you know what? If there is any Muslim, he want to say to me that what you said is a lie, I challenge you. Call us right now. Say, Christian Prince, I challenge you to show us in the screen the reference of shaitan have a penis. I challenge you to show us where he have a vagina. I challenge you to show me where he can have the eggs. Why you don't Muslims, you call and challenge us, so everybody either will laugh at me or will laugh at the teaching of Muhammad.
Ooh-wee. Jeez, my brother is going in right now. So again, family, I'm here, okay? I'm trying to go as easy as possible with you guys. So Christian Prince has just been laying down the pipes, all right? And so far, I'm not getting anything in terms of a response back from you guys. You guys have emailed me from earlier on this afternoon, right? Earlier on this afternoon. I'm still waiting for you guys to jump onto the panel. And it seems though you guys are not going to jump onto the panel. So, and we've got over 400 people tuned in right now. So family members, okay, we've got over 400 people tuned in right now. Can I get you guys who haven't already hit the like button to please hit the like button? Show your support for Christian Prince by hitting the like button, okay? Show your support for Christian Prince by hitting the like button, as well as showing your support, for Titans TV by hitting the like button, okay? Please do that. Show your support by hitting the like button for Titans TV. Show your like and support by hitting the like button again for Christian Prince. Awesome, awesome. And again, you know, I'm going to stop talking about them because it's just getting real redundant right now. So if it's possible, family, if it's possible, I'm actually going to go over to my messages. All right. I'm going to go over to my messages, and I've got Bob the Builder. He actually asks a question, right? And I'm going to get the question out to you guys. Just bear with me for one hot second. Okay. He asked the question, and it's concerning textual variants inside of the Quran. All right. For those of you guys who don't know Bob the Builder, please go check out Soko Films. Soko Films. He's a Christian apologetics at Speaker's Corner. He is, you know, if not, I think personally he's taken over the spot from Jay Smith. He is literally taking over Jay Smith's spot at Speaker's Corner. So if you want to learn more about Christian apologetics, please tune in to Soko Films and watch him debate live with Muslims. All right. Okay, so his question is this. Hafs Quran, Surah 10, verse 2, says the word magician, la sahirun. Ibn Jamaz's version says la sihrun, magic. One is speaking of Muhammad, the other the Quran. But these are Qurans clearly different. Could he comment on this and other textual variants between Qurans? I'm not too sure.
What chapter, my friend? What chapter you said? Chapter 2?
Chapter 10, verse 2.
Verse 10. All right. Okay. Verse 2. All right. All right. And the question again, repeat, please. Your voice was cutting.
So the question is, could you comment on the textual variants inside of the Quran? But in particular to this verse, he's saying that the textual variance is saying that magicians is involved with the Hafs Quran, and magic is involved with the Jamaz version.
Well,
So I don't know if you,
you know, we don't want to make it complicated because there is, you know, the text in the front of us is speaking about that when Allah he sent his prophet, people they say he is a magician, and here we have a funny statement. Why the people they are saying that he is a magician, and how he can be a magician when Muhammad he did not do any wonder. But the fact here, what people do not notice, that the Arab in the Middle East, when they say sahir, it doesn't mean that he is a magician practicing magic. It can mean that he is a person under the influence of magic, which mean himself he is possessed. In other way, in the Christian, let us say, dictionary. So we say someone is possessed by the devil or by demon. So here they are saying that Muhammad is a person who is under some kind of magic. And actually, if you go in the Quran, you will see that the magic itself is not something bad in Islam. It is Allah himself who opened a training school for magic. So the Quran speak as an example that there is two angels, their name is Harut and Marut. If we go to chapter 2 verse 102, Harut and Marut, we can go there. And those two angels, Allah he sent them in the tower of the Babylon. And those two angels, they are the one who taught the shayateen, the shaitan, who taught the people how to practice magic. So the source of magic according to Islam is coming from Allah, and Allah is the first one who opened a training center to teach magic by sending two angels down using the Babylon tower. And this is coming from an old legends where people they believe that God he sent two angels who they are specialized in teaching magic, and he sent them in the Babylon tower, and one of them is Harut and the other one is Marut, and this is coming from the east of the north of Iraq territory legends where people they believe in this madness, and Muhammad he adopted. And then you will see here it says that Allah, when he sent those two angels, he taught those angels to make a disclaimer, which means if before you join the school and you wanna join Horibooter training, you have to sign a disclaimer. What is the disclaimer? It says we are only for a trial, so don't do blasphemy. They learned from them the means to sow discord between the man and his wife. So Allah he sent two angels to teach magic in order to make the wife and the husband fight. If we go back to the verse you quote for me, which is accusing Muhammad to be a magician under the influence of magic, here we find Allah he reject that, but yet he is the one who created the magic, and supposedly the magic is a trial from Allah. And then if we connect that to the verse we just quote before, that Allah he is the one who appoint shaitan against the prophet. If you remember, he is the one who appoint the shaitan or shayateen against the prophet. So if shaitan learn magic, and magic is coming from Allah, and Allah appoint shaitan to be against the prophet, and the prophet was accused that he is controlled by the black magic or by a magician, and this is all is the plan of Allah. So why the Muslims and why the Quran even here is declining such an accusation against Muhammad? Actually, if we go in the Hadith, you will find that Muhammad he agreed that he was under the influence of a black magic, and he himself he start imagining things never happened. And this is exactly what the people said to him. They were not saying to him that he is a magician. They were saying to him, you are under the control of the devil, and you are a person who is under the black magic. So if we go here, let me show you the hadith. There's many of them, but one of the most funny ones I find it. The prophet continued for such and such period of time, imagining that he has slept, had sexual relationship, which means with the wives, but in fact he did not. So the prophet he was imagining. Why he was imagining? Because the story continue, and the two angels who they are in charge of such kind of illness, which is the magic, two angels they came to Muhammad's room, and as you see here, Muhammad described them as two men. There are come to me two men, one of them sat near my feet, and the other near my head. The one near my feet asked the one near my head, pointing at me, what's wrong with this man? So now we understand that there is something wrong with this man. This is not good. This is not good. Something wrong. The other one replied, he is under the effect of a magic. And this is what the people, they were saying to Muhammad, you are just a person who is possessed. You are a person who is under a magic, and we know your story. Even your wife told us about it. Even you say that. So as you see, Muhammad himself confirmed that there is two angels. They come to him and they are coming as a rescue from Allah to save him from the problem. He is under the effect of a magic, but magic is satanic. But the Satan is taught by Allah. By who? By the two angels, Harut and Marut, and they are obviously the same two guys who came to Muhammad to save him from the issue, because they are the master of magic, and they are the one who taught magic, as we saw in the previous surah. So they are saying to him, you are a possessed man, you are a person under the influence of the devil. How we can believe thee? You must be a false man.
Ooh, wait. Now that's powerful. That is absolutely powerful. And again, okay, I'm actually giving up any form of hope that some Muslims will actually come onto the panel and discuss. So what I'm asking you guys to do right now, okay, is to send in your questions. Send in your questions via email. Unfortunately, we've got too many people. I'm not complaining that we've got so many people, viewing Titans TV and the Arabian Prophet Christian Princes channel. I'm not complaining, but the only way I'm able to vet these questions and ask these questions is if you guys email me over your questions. And so far, we actually do have a Muslim that has emailed us over a question based upon the hadiths that my brother Christian Prince put up. So let's see. Give me one hot second, family. I'm just going to pull up the question right now, or the comment that was made. So this is made by somebody by the name of Bin Hamud. Okay, Bin Hamud or Bin Humud says this. Hi, your speaker made reference to two hadiths at the start, but misconstrued its meaning. Sahih Muslim referring to the jinn. The Muslim understanding is that the jinn, much like humans, are of tribes and nations. They are not all necessarily evil. Some are even Muslim and some are righteous. And all are subject to divine law and judgment. Allah commanded the jinn to serve Solomon, for example. The hadith did not make reference to Iblis, the fallen devil. It mentioned the jinn in the context as a whole. Number 2 point, or second point, the speaker then makes references to a second hadith in which he mentions that Allah created the jinn to distract the prophets and to attempt to deviate them from righteousness. Muslims believe that there is no soul created by God so perfect as not to commit sin. The prophets too are not exempt from sin. This is a fact known to all Muslims. I'm already going to say to you this. I already seen where you've just opened up yourself for an onslaught from Christian Prince. So, Christian Prince, this is the first person, the only Muslim that was brave enough to actually, rebuttal anything that you had to say. And they've done it via email. So, I don't know if you heard everything. Could you please respond to them?
Yeah, first of all, he claimed that this is a genie, this is not a shaitan. Obviously, he do not know what his prophet said, because Muslims are copy-paste people. They are limited to 2 lines, but they don't read the rest. The hadith in front of us, it says, I look for the messenger of Allah and put my hand on his hair. He said, your shaitan has come to you. I said, don't you have a shaitan? Don't you have a shaitan? He said, yes, but Allah, he helped me against him and he submitted. This is the same shaitan. So you are saying to me this is a genie, this is not a shaitan. It is a shaitan, my friend. Do you see the word? It's even written in English. So it's a very funny argument, with my respect to the gentleman who is trying to defend what he said. So it is confirmed that this is a shaitan, and actually the same hadith repeated in many places that this is a shaitan who Muhammad is commanding him, but he claimed that he is Surrender to Allah. I mean, a Muslim shaitan, that is the most funny statement. What is the second part you said about the verse in the Quran, right? That Allah, he made the shaitan enemy to every prophet, and the prophet
Yes.
you
Before,
know, the
before,
prophet, he is just a normal human being.
yeah, before you do that, please, because unfortunately, all of the hadith is not showing on your screen. So if I can get you just to send the hadith over into your chat section, I can bring it up on my screen.
I will post it in my, and by the way, this is Sahih, as you see, so they will not say. I will post it on my chat. I advise people they because I don't want to open too many chat, and that will slow my internet. Maybe my people there, they can post the chat for you, please. So this is Sahih Muslim, Sahih Hadith, Sunan An-Nisa'i, Hadith number 3960. Now about the Prophet, that he is he is just a human being, and he is the same as everybody, and etc. Well, this will be contradiction for the Quran, because obviously this person, he did not read his book. If we go in the Quran, we will find the Quran saying the following, that Muhammad is promised by Allah, that he is protected in the mean of religion. In the mean of what? In the mean of religion, which means nobody can fool him, nobody can command him, nobody can control him, no one. And if that is not include the devil, I mean, who is going to be included? It says here, يا أيها الرسول بلغ ما أنزل إليك من ربك وإن لم تفعل فما بلغت رسالته والله يعصمك من الناس. Allah is protecting you from the people. And then we will find that Muhammad is a promise to that he is going to be protected from anyone, including even the genies. So if the prophet is just a human being, then how the Quran says that he is protected, and he is the one, he is preserved from any harm, from anyone to do black magic on him? Because remember, even the black magic, the Muslim, they claim that Muhammad it was done to him by a Jew, and this Jew, his name is well known. His name is Lubayd ibn al-Asam. Actually, the hadith we have in the one we showed you about the two angels, even they mention the name of the person, and they claim that even his daughters are involved of this story. As you see here, it says it was a guy, his name Aisha, she said, his name, the magician, his name is Lubayd ibn al-Asam, and he was a man from Bani Zurayq, and he is an ally of the Jews. So he is a person, a man, a human being who made magic for the prophet, but yet the Quran claim that the prophet is protected from mankind and even protected from the genie. But yet we find that the genie, who is a shaitan in this case, because this guy forgot that shaitan and genie is the same. Now he said something funny. He said, this is not Iblis. I mean, this is funny, because who care? The shaitan is a shaitan. He is the first shaitan, he is the second shaitan, who care? You're a prophet, he said, my shaitan, he became a Muslim. I'm not going to ask him if he meant Iblis, the first shaitan, or the last one. What we care for, that he is a shaitan, and shaitan is a name of the devil. The devil, the first one, Iblis, is the one we spoke about him. He lay eggs, as we showed you. Actually, maybe this guy, I don't know why he did not mention it. We can go right now and we can show in the screen from the official Islamic website of Saudi Arabia that shaitan, he had sex with himself, and he had sex with his vagina by entering this into that, which means his penis. And as you see here with me, I hope this Muslim is watching, and I hope he speaks Arabic. That will make it easier. They said, a person, he asked one of the companion, he said, about the Quran saying that shaitan, he have offspring. He said to him, do shaitan have a wife? فقال هل لإبليس زوجة؟ فقلت إن ذلك عرس لم أشهده. He said, do shaitan have a wife? He said, you know what, this is a wedding I never attend. This guy is a comedian. Then he continued, he said, and it says, according to the scholars, and وقال مجاهد, this is Mujahid, not me. Inna Iblis, this is the first shaitan. Iblis is the father of all shaitan. أدخل فرجه في فرج نفسه فباض خمس بيضات. Iblis, he did this, he entered this with that. فرجه بفرجه, which means his penis with his vagina. and he lay 5 eggs, and this is the origin of his offspring. So when this guy, he says to me that this is not Iblis, this is Shaitan, he forgot that it's the same family, it's the same thing. Who care? I mean, Shaitan. If you're Muslims, you believe that every human being have a Shaitan, and Aisha, she have a Shaitan, and I have a Shaitan, and Muhammad have a Shaitan. This is not my business, your belief, but still at the end of the day, he is a Shaitan and he is a genie in the same time, because obviously this guy, he forgot that the Quran says that Allah, he ordered the angels to bow down to Adam except Shaitan or Iblis, and he was one of the jinn. So this is the nature of the Shaitan. He is a genie, he is from the kind of the genie, but yet still he is a Shaitan in the same time. So you want to say to me he was a genie? It's true, he was a Shaitan, your prophet witness for that. So he is a Shaitan and he's a genie. It's like you are saying to me that Fidel Castro is a human. We know that, but he's from Cuba in the same time. So he is a human, this is his kind, but he is still Shaitan. That is what your prophet is teaching. So I find always that the Muslims, they have a very weird logic. If we continue reading here, this is, by the way, Tafsir al-Qurtubi, and this is the official government of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So people will not say I'm making things up. Let me zoom in, please, so you, all of you, you can see where I am getting those reference from. This is not my made. This is Tafsir al-Qurtubi, Quran.ksu.education.sa, Tafsir al-Qurtubi, as you see. So here we find the story continue, or let us say this hilarious story, saying that in other statement, Shaitan, he had a penis. I hope the Muslims, they can read with me. And it says that Allah, he created for him in his right thigh, in his right leg, a penis, and he created in the left leg a vagina. So he if this by that, and every day he lay 10 eggs. فيخرج له كل يوم 10 بيضات ويخرج من كل بيضة 70 شيطانا وشيطانا فهو يخرج ويطير. Let us translate. So he if this by that, which means he if himself, and then he laid down every day 10 eggs, and from every egg we have 70 baby Shaitan. They are born of the eggs, male and female, and right away when he is coming out of the egg, he fly. This is a flying Shaitan. Just take a note. I hope I did answer you.
Oh my God! Listen, you know, I so far I'm if I'm a Muslim, yeah, I'm kind of scared to even ask Christian Prince a question right now, you know, because boy, I know you guys were not expecting a full a full answer like that. That was crazy right there. So you know, let me just actually go back into the question. Let me go back into the question and find you know, there's a certain part that I did want you to touch upon, you know, and it's definitely relating to Christianity. It says here, the speaker then makes reference to a second hadith in which mentions Allah created the jinn to distract the prophets and to attempt to deviate them from righteousness. Muslims believe that there is no soul created by God so perfect as to not commit sin. I want to know, is that true? Do Muslims really believe that there is no soul created by God so perfect as not to commit sin? I wanted to know, is there any prophet that did not commit sin? Is there any prophet that is pure and holy?
You want me to answer, or you are waiting for the Muslims?
No, I'm asking that straight to you.
All right. Because well, the Quran says in chapter 19, verse number 19, that the Messiah is the Holy Son. So he is quoted as holy. In the same time, the Quran quote Muhammad as a person who is a sinner. This is why the Quran mentioned that may Allah forgive to Muhammad his past and his coming sin. So Muhammad, he's a sinner, and Allah, he gave him an open license for sin. And actually the Muslim, in order to cover Muhammad, he said, well, Muhammad is just a human being like everybody, he commits sin. That is not the scenario. Muhammad, he commits sin like no one. As an example, name for me one crime a human being can do and Muhammad did not. However, because he have a license from his God, And the Muslims, by the way, they say, do you remember that it's once upon the time there's a Catholic Pope, he made the document, he signed a document for people to go to heaven to forgive their sin. This is very funny, and I could not even find that if this is true. But however, let us say for the sake of argument, this was true. It is in the Quran. The first one who forgive the past and to come sin, it was Allah, and that was a privilege only for Muhammad. So what kind, and look here, the Muslims, they try to fabricate the translation. They say that Allah is forgiving the fault of the Prophet, but the fact, it says it clearly, sin. Read with me carefully. That Allah may forgive thee of the sin, that which in past is past, and that which is to come. Allah is giving an open license for the sinner Prophet Muhammad, who is, as we showed you, he is commanded by the devil, by Shaitan, who is under black magic, as he himself, Muhammad, he said, and he have a license to do whatever he want. Allah, he forgive the past and the coming to come. But look here with me, how funny the statement of Allah. Allah saying that Allah may forgive thee the sin which is in the past and which to come. I challenge any Muslim to tell me how that can be may. Is Muhammad saved or he is not? Because when we say may, it means maybe, it means possible, it means not sure. But the one who is talking is God, but yet he is not sure. Why this is happening? Because Muhammad is the one who fabricated the Quran. So Muhammad, he want to give himself a license that, you know what, I am a prophet and I have a lot of sin, but don't worry, be happy. Allah, he just gave me a verse delivered to me by UPS saying, don't worry, be happy, your sin is forgiven, the one you did in the past and even the one you will do tomorrow. So don't worry about tomorrow's sin, do as many as you do. And the funny, the Muslim, they say that the Christians believe that Christ, he died in the cross, so their sin is forgiven. Well, we Christians believe that if we don't follow Christ, our sin is not forgiven. So when we believe in Jesus, that he died for us, does not mean we have a license for sin. Does not mean we have a document that says sin as much as you want. That is exist in Islam, as you see, not in my Bible. Jesus said, not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who do his will. So you believe and you say, Lord, Lord, you are a hypocrite, false Christian, for you are not following what he taught you to do. Muhammad here, you do not need to follow Allah. He is a past sinner, he is tomorrow's sinner, and he have a license to sin. And not only that, we will find that the privilege of sin given to Muhammad wide open. As an example, Muhammad, he made it a logical sin. As an example, if we go in the Quran, we find that Muhammad, he said that any woman, she want to give herself to the Prophet so he can, I don't want to use the F word, but you know what I'm talking about, so he can do that to her. The Muslim, they say this is about to marry her. Let us say this is about marriage, but can you name for me one woman, Muhammad, a woman, she offered herself to him, she became a wife? We cannot find anyone. They offer for themselves for sex, and Muhammad, even that, he made it as a privilege for himself alone. So if we go in the Quran, we will find in chapter 33 verse number 50 that Allah, he gave Muhammad a privilege that any believing woman, she can offer herself to the Prophet so he can sleep with her, and this is only a privilege for thee only. Now obviously the God of Muhammad, he have no worry in the whole world except making more opportunity for Muhammad to sleep with more women. Remember, Muhammad, he have already 13 wives, he have a lot of sex slaves, so why he need such a privilege as an addition? For he is Allah himself, and he, all what he need to do, just have you fabricate a verse, and women, they will come line up in the front of his door, say, take me baby. And Muhammad, he take advantage. Not only that, if you go in the verse after that, because Muhammad, he start receiving some ugly women. With my respect to everybody, I don't believe anyone is ugly, but I'm describing what happened here. He start receiving women offering themselves, but he don't like how they look like. So Muhammad, in order to get out of this, he said, you can take from them whatever you wish, and you can delay whatever you wish. So here, whatever he wish, whatever you desire, as you say, which means the woman, she offer herself, the prophet, if he desire, will take her, not necessarily. Then Muhammad, after that, because the line became so long and he cannot take it no more, so he said, Allah, he sent me this verse, says that you can differ whom you thou wilt of them, and receive into thee whom thou wilt, which mean take it easy, everybody will have a ticket. If I accept you, you will go to my bed. If not, I am busy, sorry. So everything is in the Quran. Muhammad, he is using Allah as a way to take over women of people who they are around him, and those naive people, they are submitting themselves to Muhammad for sex, and this is supposed to be a privilege. And not only that, if we go to the interpretation of this chapter, we will find Ibn al-Arabi, he said that if the prophet he have many privileges, he counts 16. One of them, if the prophet eyes fall into a woman, her husband have immediately to divorce her so the prophet can take her. And yet this person, he says to me, well, the prophet is just a normal human being like everybody who do sin. I don't think this is normal. I don't think somebody, as an example, when Muhammad he go and he flirt with the wife of his own son, and he said to her, praise be to Allah, the one who made my heart to flip for you. I don't think this is normal. I never heard of someone even go to his friend unless he is a very bad person. We are talking about a man who claimed to be a prophet, and he adopt a man, and then he go to his wife when the husband is not home, and then he flirt with the wife, and he said to her, my heart is beating for you. And then the husband come back, and the wife, she tell the husband what the prophet he said with loud voice and purpose, so she can hear it. And then the man, he went to the prophet, he said, prophet, let me divorce my wife, she hurt me, let me divorce her. The guy is scared. Obviously his father, he want her, and he know that he's a criminal, so he decided to give her up before it's too late. He said, Muhammad, he said, keep your wife, man, keep your wife. And Allah, he made a verse for Muhammad saying, why you are saying to the man, keep your wife when you want her, you hypocrite? So Muhammad, he got the wife from her husband after flirting with her in her house. Now I want to ask you, my friend Kalam, if a friend of yours, with my respect to your wife, if you have one, if you are married, if a friend of yours come to your door, a friend, not your father, because there's no way anyone will do that. A friend of you come to your house and he flirt with your wife. Is that a good man? Is that a trustworthy, as the Muslims they say to us that Muhammad is the trustworthy? Is that the good manner? Is that the good ethic? Is that the prophet of God? Is that the one we are going to take an example for our lifestyle? If I take the lifestyle of Muhammad, I will go right now to my neighbor who have a wife. I will knock at his door. I will wait until the husband he leave, and then I will say to her, my heart is flipping for you. What kind of manner, what kind of ethic, what kind of a prophet, what kind of religion, the religion who allowed such a thing and give such a privilege for a man he claimed to be a prophet? The mic is yours, my friend.
Oh my gosh. This is too much. This is absolutely too much. Christian Prince has literally switched gears. We have gone up a notch. This is going to be something. All right. So you know what? Yeah, Gabs, hold on 1 second, okay? Because it seems as though we have got Omar. I believe Omar is calling in from Saudi Arabia. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. So Omar, if I can get you just to unmute your mic, okay? Unmute your mic. Okay. So it seems as though you had something to say before, Omar. If you are speaking right now, we cannot hear you. What we can do is see the floor. So if you've got something to say, please unmute your mic right now so we can get you involved. All right.
I think the floor is going to talk to us. It's a genie. I don't believe a Muslim who will call us. I don't believe it. This is impossible.
Hold on, actually. Hold on. He's just unmuted his mic. So Omar.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Did you have any questions? Yes. Did you have any questions or comments?
Yes. I just had a question for the speaker. I just wanted to know if he believes that there's the difference between a jinn and a shaitan, or like what's his belief concerning a jinn and a shaitan. That's all I wanted to know, and then I have more questions after.
Okay.
My friend,
So
I don't believe in jinn. This is your belief. I'm not a Muslim. I believe jinn is a big fat lie, does not exist. So you're asking me if I believe in the jinn in genies. This is your belief, not my belief. Same time, the genie himself is a shaitan, and he is as the Quran describe him. So you're asking me what the difference between them? There's no difference. It's the same kind, except that the first genie who disobeyed Allah and he was kicked out of heaven, his name is Iblis, and then he have children by having sex with himself, as we showed you in the screen from your Islamic reference from Saudi Arabia. And as long you are from Saudi Arabia, I'm sure you are familiar with the website I just showed in the screen. So shaitan, he is Iblis, the first genie who disobeys supposedly Allah. Why? Because he refused to bow down to Adam. So genie and shaitan is the same. However, shaitan is one of the jinn who disobey Allah, and then because of that, Allah he kicked him out of heaven. Why he kicked him out? Because he refused to obey Allah and to bow down to Adam. But if you ask me, shaitan is right. Why shaitan in the world is going to obey Allah to bow down to Adam? Do you have an answer? What is the reason for Allah to ask the shaitan, or to be angry from the shaitan for not bowing down to Adam?
okay, so Omar, if I can get you to open up your mic, unmute your mic again, and I'm just gonna remind you the rules, okay? Once one of our titans is speaking, you need to keep your mic muted. Everybody needs to keep their mics muted at all times, okay? When you've been given the time to speak, that's when you can open up your mic. So right now, you've been invited back on to respond.
Okay. So again, I just wanted to know, are all jinn shayateen? That's my question. Yes or no? Are all jinn shayateen?
No, according to Islam, and this will make it more funny, according to Islam, yes, there's some genies are Muslims, there's some genies are Christians, and there's some genies are atheists, and there's some of them they are communist. But I answered you, my friend. Regarding the hadith we mentioned about your prophet, he said the word shaitan, my shaitan. He did not say only a genie, he is a shaitan. So the prophet was commanded by a shaitan. If he mentioned only the word genie, then you can say, well, maybe this is just a normal genie. But he said the word shaitan, not me. What you can do with that word?
All right, go ahead, Omar. Omar, are you going to respond?
I know. So he's saying not all jinn are shayateen. Is that what he's saying? Because we believe that every human being is assigned a jinn.
Oh, so he did not say shayateen. Okay, let me answer you then. Let me answer you, my friend. Here we go. It's in the front of you. Obviously, you do not know what your prophet said. Read with me. Read with me carefully. It was narrated from Ubaidah ibn al-Walid, etc. I look for the messenger of Allah, and the one is talking is Aisha, and I put my hand on his hair. He said, your shaitan has come to you. I said, don't you have a shaitan? Shaitan, not a genie. He said, yes, but Allah he helped me against him and he became a Muslim. And let me show you the word in Arabic. As long as you claim to be from Saudi Arabia, let us see if you can read Arabic, which is going to be funny if you are from Saudi Arabia but yet you do not know Arabic. It says, قد جاءك شيطانك فقلت أما لك شيطان فقال بلى ولكن الله أعانني عليه فأسلم. It came to you your shaitan. She said, and don't you have a shaitan? He said, yes, I do, but Allah he helped me against him and he became a Muslim. We have a Muslim shaitan, my friend. Shaitan, he did not say a genie. The word is in front of you, and this is your Muslim translation, and this is your Muslim website, and this is your Muslim hadith, and the one is talking is your prophet wife Aisha reporting the speech of your prophet. The mic is yours.
Omar, yep, go ahead.
Hello. So what the speaker is saying, that a shaitan cannot become a Muslim. Is that what he's saying? And if he is, can you provide proof for that? Because at the end of the day, shaitan can be from amongst mankind and from among jinn kind.
My friend.
And evil person can accept Islam.
Okay.
What shaitan means in English is the rebellious one. Now, that doesn't necessitate that a shaitan or somebody who, from mankind, cannot accept Islam. Whether they're bad, whether they're good, Islam's open for anybody. So what point is he trying to make? Can you clarify his point?
My mic?
Go ahead.
He just admitted that he as a Muslim believe that shaitan it's possible for him to be a good person. The question is, where do you get this from? Shaitan is a shaitan, and your God, he announced him as the enemy of mankind. I will send you and I will make you their enemy. I will make an enemy for every prophet, a shaitan. So shaitan, and notice here that Muhammad is describing this person after he converted to Islam, saying that he is a shaitan. He called him shaitan. He did not say he is a Muslim, today have a new name. He didn't say he became a genie. He said still he is a shaitan. So he is a shaitan and he's a Muslim in the same time. Shaitan is not a good person. And I have a challenge for you. Can you show me one verse in the Quran stating that shaitan can repent? Because that would be a great idea. What do you say?
Say that again? Sorry, can you repeat that for me again?
Can you show me a reference from the Quran saying that shaitan, it is possible for him to turn and to be a good person?
Who's he? First of all, when you say he,
Shaitan, whoever shaitan, your Quran not only mentioned the word Iblis, your Quran mentioned the word shaitan, and shaitan are the children of Iblis. So your God, he mentioned shaitan and he mentioned Iblis. So now Muhammad, he mentioned the word shaitan. So let us focus with the word shaitan. Is it possible, according to your religion, that there's a shaitan, he can repent to God and be a good person again? Can you show me the reference?
No, that's for you to show me. At the end of the day,
well, my friend, I'm not the one who believe in this. I'm not the one who believe in this. You are asking me for the wrong. I believe in the opposite. I believe shaitan is always a bad person. It is your prophet who said shaitan is a good man. Shaitan became a Muslim. Shaitan, he commanded him to do good. So you are asking me now to prove myself wrong? That's crazy. I am the one who say against what you said. So when you say something against what I said, you have to prove to me that I'm wrong. In the same time, you said that the speaker is saying, I am not saying that. I'm showing you what your prophet said. Your prophet said, my shaitan. If you go to many chapters in the Quran, as an example, chapter 22, verse number 33, it says that anyone who discuss about Allah, anyone who dispute about Allah, he is following shaitan. Any shaitan, all of them are the same. This is your Quran. So I have a challenge for you. Can you find me one reference anywhere it says that shaitan is possible for him to repent and turn back to God?
First of all, it's not for me to show you that. What I'm telling you is, even the most rebellious human being, whether from mankind or from jinn kind, has accepted Islam.
Shaitan, he became a Muslim? Explain to us. That means shaitan is a good person.
One minute. All shaitan means in the English language is the rebellious one. So you can have shaitan from even among Muslims. Those Muslims who are evil and carry out bad acts, they can still be classed as shaitan. That does not necessitate that they're not Muslim. Or somebody who's rebellious, that doesn't necessitate that they cannot accept Islam.
My friend, this is have nothing to do with our topic. We are talking about shaitan, who is a genie, not your friend. Not your friend. His name is Ali Baba and the 40 thieves. We are talking about a shaitan who is a person mentioned in the Quran as he's one of the jinns. And your Quran saying clearly that shaitan is the bad person and he is the enemy. If you go to chapter 2, verse 168, it says he is your most aggressive enemy. خطوات الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين. So you are comparing between a friend in the street saying this guy is a shaitan. This is a metaphorical statement. We have nothing to do with it. We are talking about a shaitan. The one who is called Shaitan in the Quran is not a person. His name is a Christian prince or his name is Umar. We are talking here about a Shaitan who is one of the jinn. He is not a human being. And Muhammad is saying to us that he have a Shaitan who became a Muslim. And when I asked you, because you are trying to say to me, is it possible that the Shaitan became a Muslim? Why not? You know, he repent. I'm asking you, can you show me any reference in your Quran it says that Shaitan can be a good person? Because that means Shaitan is a good person in his heart. That's mean I can you see, when I debate somebody, he's a Muslim and then he became a Christian, that's mean in his heart he have something good and he accepted the Christianity and he became a Christian. Or it's my the opposite. Let us say you debate me and you made me a Muslim. You will say in yourself, oh, Christian prince is not really what we thought. In his heart he have something good, so we converted him to Islam. We are talking about the devil who is pure evil, and Allah, he cast him out of heaven and he cursed him. He is cursed. This is a curse. He is a cursed and his progeny is cursed. So why you are saying to me something you can't prove? Can you prove what you said, that Shaitan, it's possible for him to repent and become a Muslim? Yes or no?
You're talking about Iblis. You're not talking about Shayateen.
No, I'm talking about Shaitan, not Iblis. Iblis is the first Shaitan who have sex with himself. We are not talking about Iblis, because your prophet, he mentioned Shaitan. He did not say Iblis. Iblis is the father of all Shaitan. He is right now he's retired, Iblis. So now answer about the question. Shaitan is the one your prophet he mentioned. He did not say Iblis. We are not talking about Iblis. Your prophet, he called him Shaitan. Why he called him Shaitan if he is not a Shaitan? Is your prophet is weak in Arabic? Maybe he's a Pakistani boy, he don't speak good Arabic. He called him Shaitan. He did not call him genie.
So you know what I'm going to do right now? Okay. I'm going to just switch it up small. I'm going to switch it up small. We can continue this dialogue, but let me switch it up because I know we've got so many different people want to get in. So hold on. I want to get Muslims on first, okay? So I believe we have Moe. Moe, you're Muslim, right? Yo, talk to me.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Did you have a question?
Yes. The guy speaking, is he, can you see me or?
Yeah, he can hear you. He can definitely hear you.
Can you see me?
No, we can see his blackness, darkness.
Okay. So this speaker, is he an Arab? Because I just tuned in. I was sleeping. I just spoke up because I tried to get this done earlier. You said you couldn't. I just woke up and tuned into your channel, and I can hear an Christian prince. Is he an Arab?
Yes, he's an Arab. He's an Arab. Did you have a specific question to Christian prince?
Well, I just tuned in and I heard speaking about Shaitan or something like that.
Okay.
Is he referring to a Shaitan or the Shaitan?
Do you know what? I would rather just move from that topic, because that's the topic that Omar has been trying to deal with. I know that you've emailed me prior that you definitely wanted to get on and actually challenge Christian Prince. So is there something prior that you wanted to challenge Christian Prince on? So we can have a nice, productive conversation.
No, I just want to jump on because you said that no Muslim was willing to confront.
Okay, so stay there, stay on the line for a little bit. Stay on the line for a little bit. I'm pretty sure that Christian Prince may have a particular challenge for you, and see if you can respond and answer the question. Yeah. All right. So let me go. Yeah. Stay there for the time being. I know we've got a lot of panel members want to get in. I'm going to go to somebody who hasn't had their voice heard so far. I'm going to go to Gabs first, then I'm going to go to Buddha Bing. So Gabs, go ahead.
Just a quick one from me. I've just been listening. Brother Christian Prince has been dropping stuff, dropping from fire. So I'm just listening now. I'd rather leave it for, some of the other Christians to get their questions and stuff.
Oh,
I'm just a taker.
okay, perfect. All right, let me quickly go to Yusuf. Yusuf, go ahead, Yusuf.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, great. Are you the Christian Prince?
No, I'm not. Just ask your question, and then I'll get Christian Prince to respond.
Right. I had a few questions before, but you guys can move on. I'll ask my question 5 minutes later, okay?
Okay. Can you ask a question now? Because I want to dedicate all the questions right now to Muslims. So make sure that my Muslim audience have an opportunity to speak rather than the Christians and everybody else.
So if you have any questions right now, you can ask me, and I can ask you my question later. Okay?
So you are a Muslim, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So did you have any questions for Christian Prince?
I did watch a few of his videos before. I mean, one of them was pretty deceptive. He was like, there was an urban dated copy of the Birmingham transcript. It was a page of the Quran. Do you remember that?
Okay.
You know what that is?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe it ranged it from like what 700 to like 740, which was like inside the range of the prophet's being. Like 700, 740 is specific to after he became a prophet. You know, it's the range, which means like it's a range before his prophet, during his prophet. The Christian Prince, he used that as an argument, like, oh, the Quran was there before Islam. It was at 700. It was within that range, but it was within a range before he acted as if the range was like also in the prophethood, during the prophethood, which it was, but he deceptively said it was out of the range, even though he ignored the rest. And I was just tricking people, like, be serious.
Okay.
Just what
I think
I've seen from him so far.
All right. I believe that the range was, prior to his prophethood and a little bit into his prophethood. But I'm going to just, stay away from that.
If you can tell me, please, what he said, because I didn't understand what he said. For me, it's not clear.
So basically, he's stated that you've made a video about the Birmingham manuscripts, and you stated that the Birmingham manuscripts is during, 700 AD, which is prior to the prophethood of Muhammad. And I think his dates mixed up. So I think that Birmingham manuscript actually predates the time frame of when Muhammad was supposedly a prophet and during his prophethood and a little bit afterwards. But please correct me.
First of all, I'm not the one who said that. I was reading an article in front of us. It says, etc., 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 and it says that this is the date of the letter, not of the ink. The letter is different story. You see, if you go and look at the verses, which is one page. I mean, the Muslims, they are making a big story of it. It's just one page, 2 sides, and it's written with Arabic, which have volves and dots. In the time of Muhammad, there was no volves and no dots, and this is something was added after the Quran, which means for sure the writing have nothing to do with the time of Muhammad, but the letter exist from before Muhammad he became a prophet or announced himself a prophet. Because remember, Muhammad, he lived the first 40 years of his life not as a prophet. So Muslims, they start quoting for us saying that Muhammad is born in the year of etc. But remember, Muhammad, he was for 40 years not a prophet. However, you Muslims, you made a big story of little paper is not considered even as a manuscript for a very simple reason. For it is not an original Quran and is not written in the language of your prophet. Where is the manuscript of the Quran? We don't have it.